What's up, guys? We just got back from OHSU and we just want to give you a quick little update on little Dorothy.
We went in last Saturday night. Yeah. Dottie had a fever about 10:30 at night, and so we took her in to the hospital. The concern is always a line infection. The last time she had a fever, she did not have a line infection. She probably just had a virus of some sort. This time, however, they took labs and drew blood to run cultures that night when we got there, early Sunday morning. And
baby, let go of the tripod.
Should we try this again?
No, can't go for it. She's too much pussy. Basically, she had a line infection. What we feared. But the good news is we didn't have to replace her line. She's happy now. She's playing with the tripod, so we're just gonna let her play with that for a while. Oh, just kidding. Okay, back to you, babe.
So they took the labs, and one of her cultures came back positive, and so they knew that she had a bacterial infection in her blood, which is also called what we call a line infection. And so they got her on antibiotics to treat that particular type of bacteria. And thankfully that was the only test that ever came back positive. So after 12 hours, they draw more labs, and 24 hours, they draw more labs. And all her other labs came back negative, which is incredible. They were pretty sure she'd have at least one more positive result. And so we were there for several days because they have to really identify exactly what kind of bacteria it is, and then even get more information on it so they know exactly what kind of antibiotics to give, and they just keep narrowing the antibiotics over several days. And she needs 48 hours with clean, clear, negative culture before they say that she is good. And that's when they start antibiotics is that 48-hour mark, and then you have 14 days of antibiotics after that. And so we have antibiotics here. Seth has the machine, I think. Oh my
goodness, the machine's amazing. Baby, okay, you got baby?
So every...
You got the bag? Okay.
So every 8 hours...
Oh my goodness. Yeah, seriously.
Every 8 hours we use this sweet machine.
Straight out of the Apple II.
Yeah.
Promo line. Look at that. Like the plastic. Oh, she's gone. Yeah. Okay.
So we have syringes pre-filled with antibiotics that we hook into here, clamp them off, and then we have to run this through her IV 3 times a day for a half an hour. And so that's a whole extra set of steps and times that we have to access her line, which is always a little risky, so we have to be really careful with that. And if it's during her TPN, that means we have to unhook her TPN, hook up her IV antibiotics, and then a half an hour later we have to rehook her to her TPN. So
side note, baby just ran into the kitchen, found some coffee grounds, picked them up with her hand, and then licked the coffee grounds.
She likes to eat coffee grounds off the floor because somebody doesn't.
I don't know why she's such a spaz. It's like she just eats coffee all the time. That's gotta be good for a GI tract.
So we got home Thursday afternoon, late afternoon, about 4:30 or so, and we're all still trying to recover from a lack of sleep and being in the hospital. And because of the bacterial infection, we were quarantined in our room, which meant that Dottie couldn't leave her one little room for the duration of our stay.
Trapped like rats.
Seth and I could leave, but we had to directly leave the floor of the pediatric unit. We couldn't linger on the floor and use the lobbies or anything else. Store food, we couldn't do anything. Nothing from our room could go anywhere else on the floor. And so that was quite interesting as well.
So imagine this little energetic bugger, I mean cute little angel, baby, stuck in a little hospital room, just running from side to side. It was awesome. Okay, we'll keep going. Anyways, guys, we're back home. We now have a regimen of every 8 hours. And they can tell you the rest.
And that's it.
Did you tell the 8-hour stuff? Did we go through that? Oh man.
We did every 8 hours.
Thanks for the prayers and everyone.
If you knew we were in the hospital and you were praying for us, we really appreciate that. If you didn't know, we are sorry that we didn't get the word out
Thanks, guys.
sooner, but now you know, and can be keeping Dottie and us in your prayers over these next probably 12 days where we have to do antibiotics 3 times a day. Accessing that line, we just want to keep it safe so that she doesn't get another line infection.
Did you talk about how hard it is, like unhooking and rehooking and all that fun stuff?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I think Seth already mentioned the fact that we did not have to get a new line for Dottie, which is really incredible. The concern with central line infection is that the infection is in the plastic of the line, and that you won't be able to get it completely cleared out of that line. Because actually some bacteria, what they do is kind of interesting. They stick to the side of the plastic and then they coat themselves in slime.
Gross.
So that the blood with the antibiotics in it will just slip right past them, and it can't get them off of that surface. So thankfully we didn't have what they call a sticky bacteria.
Biofilm was the technical term for slime. Biofilm.
We didn't have Dottie didn't have a really sticky bacteria, which is awesome. And so it's been all cleared out. But if that were to happen in the future, that's when you need a whole new line, because that line can't be cleaned out efficiently enough. So yes, that's a lot of jumbling, and hopefully Seth can edit that pretty nicely. We'll see how he does.
How many us did you have?
And we appreciate. See, Seth, you should do the whole thing over again. This is awful.
That sounds exhausting. This was great. I love it.
If Seth posts this, I might be really upset.
Which means I definitely gonna use this one. This is gonna be great.
So thank you for your prayers, your thoughts. I'm gonna just keep saying for fun.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Bye guys. Love you.
Bye.
I guess just hit stop record now. Thought he's pooping anyways. Whatever.